with Zalno. He is the newest member of the Maximum Utmost family, and this is actually the first time we've met face to face, sorta. Uh, how are you, Zalno?
I am sweltering right now. Thank you for asking.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad.
You're glad that I am suffering heat stroke for your podcast. Yes. Good.
Yes, I
This is
relish
good.
in your torment.
uh
So, on our recent podcast, inadvertently slandered you um, in your appreciation for StarFox. I said that we both our relationship with StarFox is pretty complicated, I think.
yeah, I would agree with you there. Um I don't know where I get the impression that I hate most Star Fox games though. I mean, then again, I have been a smidge negative in some of my writings. You know what? I understand the confusion.
Yeah, I love Star Fox, but most of the games have not been very good. Even something like the original Star Fox, I loved it when I was a kid. That's why I am a Star Fox fan today, is that I played it when it was first released when I was 6 or 7. And I loved it then. I love Star Fox 64, and since then it's been a constant stream of disappointments. So I don't know if you feel the same way about that.
So my history with Star Fox is a bit different. I got started with the franchise, well, not really through Star Fox. I discovered the franchise through Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube. Uh, I guess my first Star Fox game was Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube, which I tried to enjoy, but and this is really embarrassing for me to say, but a lot of the reason why I couldn't get on with it is because I couldn't get out of the starting town. I didn't know how. Uh, but like I did try getting into the series later on. I enjoyed Assault. Despite its issues.
At least one of us enjoyed it.
Oh, geez. And then I really like Star Fox Command, although that one is a game that is my personal favorite in the franchise that I absolutely would not recommend to anyone, which I may have to get into when I do the review of that game later. And then I played Star Fox 64 on the Wii Virtual Console when I was in high school. I enjoyed that game a lot. From there, it was Star Fox Zero, which I've already gone into that game at length multiple times. I don't feel the need to repeat myself here, but suffice to say, it is a bad game that should never have happened. After that, I finally got around to playing the Super Nintendo games, Star Fox and Star Fox 2. I enjoyed both of them. Not nearly as much as like Star Fox 64 or some of the later ones, but for what they were enjoyable.
It had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And I just want to butt in and say, for the audio listeners, Zalno's in a full fursuit, or at least the head.
It's just the head.
That's just what he looks like.
Yeah, I'm not putting on the full fursuit for this. Are you kidding me?
Don't ruin the mystery. That's just what he looks like.
Yeah, no, like I just spent the last weekend sweating my ass off at Anthrocon. I don't need that here, thank you.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate your suffering for my enjoyment.
Yep.
So my history with the series was I started with Star Fox. Star Fox 64 was amazing for me. The original Star Fox, it's hard to overstate how much I loved that game. I got my friends in on the Imagination Star Fox while we were all riding our bikes and that sort of thing. I even was looking forward to Star Fox 2 before it was canceled. Star Fox Adventure, it had a half-naked fox lady,
It
so
sure did.
it had that going for it. It was just kind of dopey, and it was not as good as Zelda. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I still don't hate it, but it was a disappointment. Star Fox Assault, I hate. I think that is a terrible game. I don't really have much. It had a good opening level. There we go. Star Fox Command I can stomach. It is so basic in terms of like gameplay, but its story was at least interesting in the way that
Interesting is a choice of a word to use for that
It
one.
went places. It went
Oh, it
places.
sure did. It sure did.
That was fairly enjoyable for me just because some of it kind of got a bit depressing.
Yeah.
Um,
Others just went completely nuts.
I like just the one where Crystal dumps him. That was my favorite. I hate Crystal. Yeah, so then Star Fox Zero, I played through it once. I was like, huh, that's not as bad as I thought it might be, and then I never played it again.
Mhm.
So yeah, Star Fox and Star Fox 64. Star Fox 2 is conceptually okay.
You could see the seeds of that game spread throughout the franchise all over its back.
You rate Star Fox 64 a full point lower than me. You rated 7 out of 10.
I did.
I rated 8 out of 10.
I know.
Why do you hate it so much?
What? No, a 7 out of 10 is a good score.
Oh no,
I'm not the American education system.
you just assassinated that game.
uh yeah, no, this was revenge for Star Fox Zero, so I decided to just twist the knife in there.
I
No.
see that. I can understand that.
Now, honestly, like I think Star Fox 64 is still a good game and one that I would recommend to anyone who's a fan of Nintendo games or just, gaming in general to, play at least some version of it. But there are some things about Star Fox 64 that, to me at least, don't really hold up as well as I'd like. The lack of content being one of them,
Mhm.
which, I mean, I understand that this game is meant to be like replayed to chase high scores and stuff, and that's fine. But, and this is just a me thing, I'm not really a high score chaser. I'm not really I don't feel the need to prove myself by playing a game on try hard difficulty. But also, like Star Fox 64 does have multiplayer, like local multiplayer component, which is fun, yes, but like there's only so many modes in the multiplayer before it kind of gets a little bit stale.
Are you talking about the remake in terms of modes?
Yeah, because like it had the Landmaster and the on foot mode in it.
You got the on foot mode for beating expert mode and getting all medals in it.
Right, right.
So a
I
lot of
remember
people
that.
didn't experience that.
Yeah, I didn't experience it either, but like I knew about it just through looking it up
Yeah,
online.
it was terrible.
It looked like ass, but it also looked kind of funny.
Yeah.
I still need to like get the Starfoot mod for like the PC, the unofficial PC port, and try that. That just looks like a stupid time, and I am there for that.
Yeah, the on foot multiplayer was it was neat just because I guess at the time I kind of wished you had like an on foot mode like Assault eventually had. So
Mm,
that was neat in that sense. So that was a good holdover until Star Fox Adventure. But yeah, that was difficult to unlock, and I think by the time I did unlock it, my friends were not interested in it.
yeah, yeah, that's fair.
The levels weren't built for it. If anybody was in an R wing, you couldn't hit each other. There was
Mm,
no like lock on for the on foot. So
no.
inversely, what did you like about command assault rather?
So one of the things I liked about Assault was uh that it was more narratively focused. Say what you will about the writing about
I will.
of Salt, but I personally kind of appreciated that the in between sections were they did have like more cutscenes, like the briefings had more dialogue, and there were interactions between like the characters that weren't just like exposition dumps. There were actual like character building moments. Like I still remember like one scene on the Soria level, like after you beat the game, where I mean it kind of is a spoiler, but like it's a spoiler for a 20-year-old game, so whatever. Where there's just kind of this joke about Like Tricky just kind of assumes that they are already married and planning a honeymoon, and Fox is like, "What? What? No!" It just kind of stammers. It was a really cute moment. I liked that.
It's so adolescent.
Yeah. The other thing I liked about Assault, in particular, was the multiplayer mode. Actually, not that I played much of it because at the time but by the time I like replayed it most recently, like I didn't have any local friends to play it with. But just running around blasting each other on foot and all that stuff. That was a fun time, especially when you unlock the jetpack mode. I really, really like the jetpack mode, but I am very biased about that.
Yes, I know how you feel about jetpacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
multiplayer mode in that was actually pretty good. But it was also very insubstantial. I'd say it was worthwhile and it was fun at the time.
Mm.
I hated that story though so much.
What was it about the story you didn't like, if I may ask?
It's plays at emotion and just the fact that it was a massive like tease about things and would not commit to anything. It's
Mm.
like, and this is more spoilers than just tricky. Uh, you know, the things I remember, and I haven't played this far into the game for decades. So the fact that this stands out kind of says something. But there's a point where like General Pepper is uh infected, I believe,
Yes,
by
I
the
remember this.
aperoids, and he's doing this some sort of sacrificial thing, and I believe it's Peppy who flies under his ship to catch him and prevent him from dying. And it's like, if you're going to waste any Star Fox character, nobody is going to miss General Pepper.
I do kind of agree with you there. Like if they were going to have the balls to kill off a character like Pepper in particular, like yeah, just do that. Like no one was gonna miss him, and just kind of saying like, oh, maybe they survived at the end, and then eventually just bringing him back. I'd say that's more Command's fault than Assault because like at the end they said like maybe the others are alive. They didn't outright state it. But in Command, they're just like full on, yep, no, Pepper's alive. He's retired, but he's alive.
Yeah, well, they do it again, and this is tremendous spoilers at this point. They do it again
Mm.
at the end, where Peppy, in order to, and they bring back Andros at the end.
What? No, they don't.
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure
No,
maybe
that was
I'm wrong.
Adventures.
I know Adventures because that
Yeah, no, I
was a
they don't
hilarious death scene.
and yeah, no, like Assault does not bring back Andros at all. You might be thinking of Andrew, like in the first level, where he has the death baboon, where they deliberately try to like ape Andros, like his final boss thing in StarFox 64, only for Andrew to get immediately wiped out by the real threat of the game, the Aperoids.
Okay, no, I'm wrong. Anyways, the point I was making doesn't really have to do with Andros. The point I was trying to make was there comes a point where Peppy tries to sacrifice himself by crashing the Great Fox into whatever grand threat is at the end.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't die. Uh, he was apparently
Yeah,
like freed by like Rob 64 or something, like ejected or something like that. But again, they play for the emotion and they don't commit to it. And it undermines the whole thing and it
yeah,
infuriates me.
that okay, yeah, I will agree that was kind of a bullshit move on Nintendo and or Namco's part.
How do you do that twice in the same game? It's incredible.
God.
Now, in
Yeah.
all fairness, Namco might have written this to have these characters killed off, and Nintendo might have stepped in and be like, you can't kill our characters. And they had to work around that, maybe.
Mm,
But
yeah.
so I would rather they not have those scenes at all rather than, cock tease them.
Mm, yeah.
It just feels cheap. And then I hated the romance between Crystal and Fox. I just hate it so much. I don't understand why every female in games around that time had to be attached to a male.
Yeah, like at this point, yeah, that is kind of bullshit. If they do decide to make like another, if they reboot the series at all, or if they just like make a new game, like if they're going to bring back Bristol, like just let her be her own character. She doesn't. I mean, it would be fun if they, uh, if Fox and Crystal did get together, but like, uh, I feel like that should be a bit more natural.
It should be earned.
Yes.
Um, I would rather they bring back Faye and Miyu.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so that is one fun part about Star Fox too, is that you actually get to play as female characters, even though
Mm-hmm.
what does it mean in the context of a space fighter?
I had some question for you both as a sort of passive Star Fox fan. Could could Crystal get with anybody on the Star Fox crew, or you know what I'm saying? Is it a biological impossibility?
No, it is apparently not a biological impossibility because I believe one of the endings in Command was Crystal and Panther. Well, actually, in
Mm-hmm.
Star Fox Command, it's set up that she is on Team Starwolf, and is dating Panther.
Yep. Yeah,
Uh,
so cross species fuckability is not really a thing in this game. Like, it's not really a concern.
it's not a
Like,
concern, yeah.
everybody,
Whether or not they can procreate, well, you're asking questions that I don't think Nintendo is going to answer for you,
no, no. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be left up to the fanfic writers.
and they have it covered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
So, why is Command your favorite game?
Well, there are a couple reasons why. The first thing for me is that uh, the variety of characters you can play as in Command is like, well, first of all, the fact that you can play as other characters in a Star Fox game, which like Star Fox 2 was the only other game that you could do that in, and that was unreleased at the time. Uh, but like even then, Star Fox Command had like 15 playable characters, including like nearly every single main character in the franchise and then some. Each with their own ships with different properties and stuff, which that alone I thought was pretty cool. Not all of them were good, but I did like that all the same. The second thing for me is that I liked the more tactical approach to battles in Star Fox Command. Granted, almost all of them were all ranged mode, which the controls were not great in Star Fox Command. It did
Had to
not
use the
suit the all range
stylus.
mode. Yeah, yeah, it was. They were things I had to tolerate in order to get to the parts of the game that I did enjoy. But like, because I'm also like a fan of stuff like Fire Emblem and other like turn-based tactical games. So having a game that was more strategic in that sense, that appealed to me. I also really liked the fact that you could like that it was a choose your own adventure kind of thing where you did have like substantial replay value in that game, like at least in comparison to the others. Um, Not every ending was good, but you know, it was neat. Oh right, and the online multiplayer. The fact that you could play like this was back when online multiplayer in Nintendo games was a much bigger deal than it is now. So being able to play with friends online in Star Fox Command was pretty cool. I'll be real, I haven't played Command in a very long time. So when I go to review this, I'm gonna have to go back through the game again. But I'm sure it is aged well, and this definitely isn't like my nostalgia goggles on too tight.
I'll spoil it for you. The gameplay is very basic. Like, and when I say gameplay, I'm talking about when you're actually in the R Wing.
Mm.
Uh, it's just like really ugly landscapes, and you shoot things, and that is the whole game.
Yeah, that seems about right from what I remember, because like there weren't really a ton of on rail sections. It was all just like almost entirely on range, all range mode, and the few like rail shooter sections we got were stop the missile sections, which got very repetitive.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for them to revisit the formula if they just had better levels to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did more or less enjoy Command, but it was, you know, after the Star Fox 64 set the bar high. and nothing else has measured up to it. A fact that
Mm.
Nintendo seems to be aware of since they keep remaking the game.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 fucking games in this franchise that are all the same one out of
Oh,
10. Just
I keep saying this, but I don't think they really juiced Star Fox 64 for all it was worth. Not that
mm,
I think that they should just squeeze a concept until it's dry, but I think there was still a lot of gas left in the tank.
yeah.
And we never got a direct sequel to that. Zero is the closest, and it has problems.
Zero wasn't a sequel. That was a full-on
Yeah.
reimagining of the story.
Well, I don't mean from a story point of view. I mean from like the actual pure gameplay. Um,
Mm. Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, that was the closest I think in terms of formula to Star Fox 64. Um, I don't know why we just can't have nice things.
Because nice things don't sell, apparently.
No, I'm pretty sure it would. I don't know what Nintendo's thinking.
They're thinking, let's just throw whatever horrible gameplay ideas we have at this franchise and see how well they do. We can't let Star Fox have its own story. We can't let it be its own thing. We got to use it as a guinea pig for our half-baked ideas.
Well, Miyamoto, like everybody seems to blame Miyamoto for that. I don't know if that's the case in Star Fox Zero, but I know in Star Fox Command, he really had notes for the team making it. So they
Mm.
didn't exactly get to make the game they wanted to make.
I would say as somebody who's I played Star Fox 64 when it was new, I don't understand the remakes. Like I would like basically the same formula in different levels, different story, like get out the pen and
Yeah,
write something.
Yeah, and I don't know why we can't have that. It's the same reason we can't have a new F-Zero is because they think they need to have something completely different. And I like different, but why can we have the same Mario Kart over and over again, but not the same F-Zero?
exactly. At the very least, like a new F-Zero with online multiplayer would be nice.
Yeah, like maybe in this sense, they can begin with a remake of F-Zero GX with online multiplayer and test the waters there. But still, again, the concept was not juiced.
No.
Like again, I don't know if this is true, but people pin this on Miyamoto because he makes statements saying that to have a new F-Zero, he wants to have something, a purpose for it.
Mm.
Uh, and with Star Fox, I can see why they keep repeating the same story because Miyamoto is not a narrative guy.
No, he is not. That is an understatement.
Yeah, which is fine, especially in the context of Mario. Like I've never thought, wow, I wish they would do something more with Mario, but anything with the story, like he's always concept first. Again, fine way to design games, but he's just so rigid about it.
Yeah, I still get kind of pissed about how he dicked over the Paper Mario series in particular. A game series that was full of imaginative ideas, wonderful character designs, like creative stuff, and just click, cut all that out. No more original characters, only Toads, only Mario characters, nothing else, no story. Just go get the things and do the thing. Just, I am so glad he's not in game development anymore.
Well, he's kind of there. Like he still has a supervisor role.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, but he's more of like the quote unquote creative fellow, whatever that means. And he's more focused on like the terrible movies and the theme park stuff. Which you know what? Let him play around with the theme. Let him make theme parks. Let him make horrible movie pitches. Far away from video game development, please.
I wish he would stop making movies. I don't think he's the scriptwriter behind them, but
Hmm.
I hated those movies.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I would point to myself as somebody who would have been interested in Star Fox Star Fox 26, I think is what we're kind of calling it. But I didn't get it because I've played that game, you know?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you've already played Star Fox 64, like, there's not really a ton in the new game that would. Well, I mean, like, if you wanted a version of Star Fox 64 with better graphics, because let's be real, those graphics did not age well, and you wanted something that wasn't as murderously difficult in places, and that you could play online, sure, it offers something for you there. But like otherwise, if you already like Star Fox 64, this game doesn't really do that much to improve upon it. Even the cutscenes that they add, it's all just like it's almost all just exposition dumps. It doesn't really add much of anything to the characters, the lore, like the background thing. It's just here is here is what's happening. Here's why it's happening. Go do the thing. Like the only exception to this is the prologue that actually shows us what happened to James, which that I liked. It's weird that Nintendo decided to upload that section during their direct, but you know, whatever. Um, but yeah, it's just like, oh, and the lore. Don't even. I'm just gonna go off for a sec. But like, there's some interesting stuff in the lore that doesn't really come across in the games. And I use this example in my review, but like, just the the bit in Fox McCloud's backstory, like his lore, where he hates the comparisons. He hates getting compared to his father. That is established in like the tutorial scene in the game, like almost like the first couple of lines, where he just rebuffs Pepe's comparison. That kind of rebuff only happens one other time in the game. I forget where, but like you would think, like, because Pepe doesn't stop the comparisons to Fox's father. Like he keeps doing this, like he did in 64, and you would think that eventually Fox is gonna fucking lose it. He's gonna go off on Pepe, and it's gonna have like this whole argument with like where they apologize and they have character arcs and shit. But no, that just goes nowhere. My rant is already in the review anyway, so like if they missed it, they can just read that again. Um,
It is, yeah. I think the difficulty with Star Fox 64 is if they added too much to the cutscenes, then you would basically be watching a movie between the levels.
hmm.
Because they really just bookends. There's nothing of note really happens in the levels except for Cat showing up.
And Bill in some places.
Yeah, uh, I'd still really like to play the remake, but I don't have a Switch 2.
Yeah, that's fair. One thing I would was kind of hoping. I mean, this was a long shot, and I don't ever expect any Star Fox game to do this, but like, what would be really cool, like to give an actual like reason to replay the story campaign, uh letting us play through the campaign as other characters. Like kind of like what Nier Automata does, where instead when you go back and replay it, you're not playing as Fox, you're playing as Falco. And it's like maybe some different lines of dialogue or maybe some different scenes. Just it doesn't have to be like full blown Nier Automata with like completely different gameplay styles or anything. Just something.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a great idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That would be a way to actually make it like more than a 45-minute game.
Yeah, seriously.
That is. Do you have anything else?
I wish they put more jetpacks in the game.
Yes, of course you do.
I wish that they didn't make Fox's legs so stumpy. Why are his legs so stumpy? What the fuck? Why?
I like the new character designs, honestly.
The character designs are I grew on them. They're fine.
I think they're great.
Yeah. I wish the multiplayer mode had more than 3 maps.
Yeah, that's
Or
fair.
yeah, Star Fox Visual Dating Simulator when?
When they hire me,
You better go apply to Nintendo then.
I will send him my resume. I'm sure they will be very impressed by it.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure they would love to hear you pitch on Star Fox Stucking Simulator 95.
That's actually a really good idea. I don't know why there couldn't be sort of an off-brand version of that. Just like copy the art style of the characters, but they're all legally distinct and just kind of do your
Mm.
own thing. That's a great idea.
To be fair, there are a number of post Nintendo games that are deliberately aping the style of the Star Fox franchise for their own games. Like there was Whisker Squadron, Survivor a few years ago. I enjoyed that. But I played that in the early access, and from what I heard, it changed considerably in the 1.0 release. There's EX Zodiac, which the art style for that takes more from the original Super Nintendo game. But from what I heard, like it it plays really well. I haven't played it yet. I have it, but I'm waiting for the whole thing to be finished first. And then there's like the upcoming Wild Blue Skies, which looks I was gonna say it looks the most like Star Fox 64 in that it is deliberately trying to be Star Fox 64 in terms of like character design, like or just character dialogue and like some of the level design. But it's like I'm worried that this is going to be the mighty number 9 to Star Fox's Mega Man 11, if you see what I mean.
I didn't think people really liked Mega Man 11 much.
Really?
Uh, I I actually didn't finish it. So that
Oh,
I didn't hate it though. It's just it didn't keep my attention. Uh, but I have heard people very vocally hating on that game. We're part of the same community. Well, I mean the Bluetoid community. We're in the former Destructoid community, and I believe that that's where I hear it from mostly.
interesting. Now, in all fairness, I'm not quite as connected to the gaming discourse as I used to be.
Good.
I remember at the time when it came out, I remember hearing like positive sentiment from Mega Man 11. I never played that because I don't really give two shits about classic Mega Man and that bullshit game difficulty. But from what I heard from people who are fans of it and who did play it, they had a good time. So like, I don't know.
Um, did you just say you hate Mega Man?
Eh,
Them's fighting words.
That's right.
I've said before, I am not really into like bullshit difficulty. And look, I do like aspects of Mega Man, but a good chunk of the level design in Mega Man, especially the older games, are, and let's be reasonable about this for a moment, absolute dog shit difficult.
So
So,
allow me to give you some advice.
mhm.
Get good.
eh, I could, or I could just play a better game.
Uh, uh,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Mega Man was kind of the Dark Souls of its era, huh?
It kind of was, in a sense.
no, like kids could beat Mega Man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I did play Mega Man 2, and I enjoyed that. I don't think I'm gonna play it again, but it was fun.
No, it's fair enough. I'm just teasing. It's
Mm.
really to each their own. I'm a big fan of Mega Man. Not enough to play through Mega Man 11, but again, it wasn't because I didn't like Mega Man 11. It's just it didn't interest me like 9 and 10 did.
Mm. That's fair.
So I'm gonna have to fire you for your slander, though.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
It's not legally enforceable if you didn't hear it.
uh,
Yeah, I don't. My mind cannot deal with this this negativity towards Mega Man.
okay, you know what? You know what? That's fair. That's on me for bringing in the negativity towards the franchise. So let me.
I'm teasing.
I know. Um, I really like the Mega Man Battle Network series, though.
You know, I haven't played much of them. I think I have the collection somewhere on some console.
Mega Man 8 was good, okay? Mega Man 8 was a good game. Definitely a
Mega
good game,
Man
and I'm definitely not saying this to save my own hide.
Mega Man 8.
Oh,
I don't know what to do with this. I'm gonna have to take this up with HR.
Oh no.
We may have to get the on the website the Zalno's ranking of the Mega Man and see where they all land.
Well,
Oh
apparently it's gonna
geez.
be Mega Man 8 and then a bunch of blanks below it.
We should all submit our best Mega Man as an article type where because
Oh
I'm a
geez.
big fan, Jonathan's a big fan, Zoe's a big fan. I mean, I think this could have some
I think
legs.
CJ is also a fan of Mega Man, as he should be, as anybody should be.
I want to submit for the rankings of all the best Mega Man, the Guts Man from Battle Network specifically.
I think he meant games, but is Gutsman a Mega Man?
Sure, why not?
Is he the Mega Est Man, in your opinion?
Uh, he is the Megaist Man in in being a Guts Man, if
Well,
that makes
Dr.
any
Wily
sense.
loved him. He keeps going back to that design.
Well, should we wrap up? Is there any other Star Fox related content? We've kind of got off the rails.
I look forward to all of the VTuber ship posts that people will be making with this new game, which there are already a few of them.
Right, because of the ability to, what do you call it when you VTube?
I mean, like, I guess a better term would be like facial capture. Or
Okay,
just like
yeah.
I don't know if there's an actual term for this. Just when you're like using a camera to like do facial capture stuff or face recording and you're animating a game character and such. Which I have tested with CJ when we did the multiplayer for my review. Turns out that the camera doesn't like it when you wear a fursuit head because then it just doesn't have any way to track your face.
So the camera technology is racist against furries.
No.
Or speciest.
Mm. I they just I guess it just was not really thinking about the furry community when they did that, which fair.
I doubt they weren't thinking about the furry community.
Oh no, they were. They absolutely were, just not in that respect.
Yeah, I guess they didn't really expect somebody to wear their fursuit while
Yeah. They rarely account for weirdos like me.
I I would hope that they account for weirdos like you. I I mean, folks like you, because that is probably a large chunk of their audience.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say it's the majority of their audience at this point, but like if someone were to tell me that their favorite Nintendo franchise is Star Fox 64, and the reason they like that is the characters and the story and the setting, I'm gonna give them a bit of a side eye, being like, "Is that so?" Hmm.
What's your fursona?
Hmm. Yeah. Do you happen to have any OCs written out in this franchise by any chance?
Can I see your fan art?
Uh,
All right. Well, thank you for being with us, Zalno, and thank you for your contributions to Maximum Utmost. I'm sorry that your tenure with us could not be longer, but I just cannot tolerate your mindset towards Mega Man.
I had a good run.
It's heresy.
Oh,
All right. Well, thank you, and we'll see you next time.
bye bye.